Hey guys, this video is just a quick video to explain what separates are, when you need them, why you need them, and when it applies. So I'm just going to get straight into it. Often we get given a beat that is, it's an MP3 or a WAV file. It's one individual file, and we get given it and we get asked, please can we make the piano louder, or please can we make the kick stronger. And obviously to an extent we can do a few things here and there, but I'm just going to try and explain why separates are important. So I'm just going to open up a project here where it's just any random project that has one individual beat on it, and as you'll see, it's finished track, it sounds cool, but it's just a good example. So here, right here, I'm just going to hide this away, we don't need that for this video. Here's the track.
Let me catch your vibe, let's just take our time, just relax your mind.
Cool. Now, if someone said to me, please make the vocals louder, as you can see, it's impossible. This is one thing. Anything I do to this, if I make, for example, if I add an EQ, if trying to make the vocals louder, it's going to make everything louder.
Let me catch your vibe, let's just take our time, just relax your mind. And take it easy, don't have to.
I'm not working with separate files. I'm working with one audio file. As you can see, this is one piece of audio. All right. I'm now going to show you what separates look like. What a good separates look like. Here we go. So this is one of our long-time clients, Piers Quint. It's one of his tracks, and he got this beat made by another producer. He brought the separates to us. He wanted to record here, but he didn't have the beat made here. He had the beat mixed here. So I'm going to do a video on mixing and what you need to bring to us if we want us to mix a track for you. But this is just to explain why we need separate files, when we need separate files. Okay, so if I go into here, these are what the separate files look like. As you can see, the beat is made.
Yeah, it's Piers Quint. Real on your track.
This sound, for example. Right. So yeah, you can see all the different files. That's one.
Goes around.
There's 808. It's
Come around.
all the different sounds that make up the song. I want to point out this sound, for example, over here, only comes in after 15 seconds. Doesn't come in from the beginning. But if you can notice, there's absolute silence at the beginning. We were given that silence. The way that files need to look when they're given to us is like this. If I go into this project, what goes around, or any other project where we were given separates, good separate files will look something like this. This is just an example, but that you'll see they're all the same size. Okay, 57. You see they're all around 57. What that means is that even these little files, if you go into the project, that maybe here there's like this file over here, the sound only plays after 30 seconds.
What goes around, yeah, come back around, yeah.
As a producer, when we get given files, we need to know where to put them. We can't, or we're not the ones to put them places. We need to just import them. This is a great example. Check out right at the end. There's a little sound. Let's see what this is. It's probably... There we go. That right appears only once in the whole track. So this audio file is pure silence. Look at that. That's just pure silence. If I solo that, absolute silence. There's nothing playing. And this sound only comes in after 3 minutes. So if you have a beat that you get given and you aren't happy with something, you want the snare to be louder, or you want the kick to be softer, or you want the pianos to be more prominent, or you want to change something, you need to get the separates from that producer. You cannot ask them for just the mixed beat and expect someone else to change it. Right. If I go into what to look out for, I just want to explain the next thing here, right? And you'll see where this applies. In any digital audio workstation like Pro Tools or Logic or FL Studio, whatever you're using, you get audio clips that get saved in your project folder. So here's a project folder, for example. As you can see, Pro Tools looks different. They all look different, but if you look here, It normally has audio files, clip groups, session file backups, video files, things like this, the actual project over there, and then bounce files. This is what Pro Tools looks like. Logic, FL Studio, they all have slightly different ones, but they all look essentially the same. This folder here called audio files is not the separates, guys. These are not the separates. If you just highlight all these and give them to a producer, we're going to send you back home. Right. Let me explain what those audio files are. If you're working in any project and you do anything, you record anything, let's say this, for example, this piece of audio right here was recorded.
What goes around, yeah, yeah, come back, yeah, come back.
This audio clip, starting there and ending there, is a file. There it is over here. It will be saved right there. That's the clip. This is it right here. Same piece of audio. So I'm going to delete that. But that's where it is. That audio clip is saved somewhere. There's no silence. There's no information given to the producer that this piece of audio starts here on 30 seconds. If you give me this as a producer, right, I'm going to get given just this file without any context, right? I'm going to be importing it, or whichever file it is. I'm going to be importing it into a new project, into a new channel, just to show you guys. Let's actually make it a mono track. So right here, we've got an empty track. If I can bring any of these channels in, okay, it's actually stereo, so I'm just going to create a new stereo track just to show you. This one over here. This piece of audio that exists over here now, I've got no idea where this goes in the song. It would be impossible for me to now go and say, where does this go? I can listen to it. Right, but I've got absolutely no idea where in the track this exists. If you go into your audio files in your project, if you're using Cubase or FL Studio, and you just you highlight all of these and copy them onto a flash drive and give them to a producer like myself, we are going to have absolutely no idea what to do with it. Guys, audio files are not separate files. I'm going to quickly show you separate files, how to export separate files in FL Studio. I think most people use FL Studio, Cubase, Logic, or Ableton. Guys, YouTube is a massive help. Please go into YouTube and find these videos for yourself. But if you go, I'm just going to give an example. In FL Studio, they use
What is up, everybody? Hello. Can you see me down here?
It's almost like me.
I'm just gonna try to do tutorials on my laptop now, so you can see me and we can, communicate. And
so in FL Studio, they use a term called split files. When you go export here, it is right here, split mixer tracks. By clicking that on, will basically mean that whatever you've selected in your region on FL Studio, if you say split mixer tracks and you export it, you will get given separate audio files that will look similar to this, which will be very great for us to use. Okay, it's important for those that use FL Studio, make sure that you create a folder and you direct it to a folder. Please check out videos for yourself on YouTube. Another good example in Cubase, it's called batch audio export. They all have their different terminologies. Logic does it, Ableton does it. It's very important that you know how to do it yourself, guys. We want separates that we can work with, that we can help you. If you have any questions, or if you're unsure how to prepare separates in your own DAW, comment on the bottom of this video and we can get back to you, or contact us. Check us out on Instagram, Kosher Studios, or on Facebook, Kosher Recording Studios. Happy to help, guys, but please do your own research. Go on YouTube, find out how to create your own separates, and most importantly, guys, not everyone needs separates. If you're getting a beat made by a producer that knows what they're doing, they're really on top of their game, they're sending you a beat, it's perfectly mixed, it's not mastered yet, it's good for us to work with, we're more than happy. Like, we don't need separates. You don't need separates. If you're working with a dope producer, he knows the sound you like, and you're able to get him to make little changes, you don't need the separates. The only time you need separates is if you're getting a beat made by someone that maybe you don't trust fully from a technical point of view, or you don't have access to them, you don't have an open line of communication with them to be able to ask them to make changes. However, we at the studio obviously more than happy to help mix a track for you, get it sounding great, make the little changes that you want, but we need separates. Don't send us audio files, don't send us project files, because unless we use the exact same plugins and the exact same DAW, sending us an Ableton or an FL Studio project will not help us in any way. Separates need to be prepared in the way that I've shown you guys. If you have any questions, as I said, please contact us or check out our other videos if you want to learn anything else. In the meantime, keep well and keep making good music.